Hey y'all, back with another video. Yeah, I have not been really tuned in at all today at all. I just watched a couple of videos of reactions about what Peach was going on, talking about. And yesterday, of course, I've seen little snippets here and there, but I have not sat down and watched not one entire video. I know she went live like a million times. Was that night before last? And I just can't sit down and watch them all the way through. I guess once while being laid up in the hospital, healing, I'll probably take my time then and kind of like let it play while I'm on my other phone or something like that to get the gist of everything. Because I've been, some of the stuff y'all been mentioning, I'm like, damn, she said that. And then I'll catch some of it. I like when people actually screen record her lives and then they post them on TikTok and be like, damn, that's so much easier than watching a live. Because a live can be 30 minutes, an hour, 3 hours. But from what I've been seeing, y'all, my honest opinion is that it ain't looking good, y'all. I really feel like this girl needs some help. Even if she wasn't manic no more or stopped talking about this and just started acting what we call so-called normal, I still say this. I still think she needs to be under care of a therapist and a mental doctor. For real. Like as a way of life. Even when things are going great, I think she needs to check in. At this point, probably every week. You know, or give her a 72-hour hold or 3-week hold to analyze her and diagnose her. And then after taking medicine and therapy and group therapy, being as an inpatient, maybe let her go and then check in every week for the first month or so. And then maybe every 2 weeks, and then once it get really good, once a month. You know what I'm saying? Until that she seems to be, doing much better, where she can just pretty much stop the therapy, or I think as a way of life, at least once a month. Because stuff like this can go way to the left. That's with anybody. If you in a toxic relationship, you not happy, he not happy, y'all not happy. And there are some mental issues on both sides. And I know the kids miss their daddy, need their daddy. She needs the help as a single mom right now, allegedly, if he's not home. Because even if he's not there, he can still co-parent. He can still show up 5 days a week when the kids go to school to help whoever need to be here while she go do that and take somebody there and go do skin to skin. None of that has to stop, but it won't work if the two people are not getting along, or one of the persons is being so disrespectful, or she's being so disrespectful like she's been in being to his mom and his brother and his family. How can he co-parent her? How can he sit down and have a conversation with her when she's just doing the most? That's when it's going to go to the left. So, yeah, the kids need him there. They need, be better to have a two-parent home like they have been having. But is that really good for the kids to see them like this? To hear what they're saying, to watch it. One of them can get hurt being in the way if they got into a fight. You know how kids can tend to run to mama's aid, or come yelling and crying and screaming when they say. I remember being like 4 or 5 years old and getting in the middle of my mom and dad. He was hitting her on the stomach and everything. And I got in the middle and I kept calling all kind of motherfuckers. 4 or 5. And the only reason why I remember I was 4 or 5 because I wasn't in school yet. And I remember exactly where we lived at. I remember being by the front door. And there's like a little wall. When you first come in, you go to your right, it's a wall. And he was leaning on that wall and they was fighting. And I was in the middle and I kept cooking and scratching and hitting on my dad. Short and little as I was. So I can imagine what them kids may be seeing or have seen. It's not worth it just to be able to say, mom and dad is together. Just to be able to say, dad is the better parent. Yeah, if they're going to be the better parent, as long as they can co-parent together or still coexist in the same house and get along and have a functional, normal relationship, just doing their own thing, though, and respecting each other and getting along and maybe becoming friends later, that would be great. But that's not going to happen right now, not the way Peach talking. And I can imagine how Wood is feeling after hearing all the things she's constantly saying. How can they be in the same house together for the kids' sake? That ain't going to work. It's more dangerous right now for him to be there with the kids. He needs to be away. He needs to be away, because going back home just to listen to her rant and then he get mad and say, what's that shit you was talking about? Yeah, you sure did say that shit. That's how it happened. People go home and they make up, or they get back together, and you know what I'm saying? They do what they do and have some little laughs. Next thing you know, it'll come up again. and the fight and an argument can break out. So I think at this point he needs to stay gone. I don't think they need to be together at all. But if Peach was to get her help and him get his help and he got himself together and they could work it out, that would be great. That would be ideal. Nobody wants to see nobody marriage break up and all that. But I would rather for their marriage to break up and them to be in a single parent household that's going to be way more sane, way more safe. You know what I'm saying? Than just to be able to say, my daddy here, my daddy here, my daddy here. But your daddy here arguing with your mama, fighting with your mom, being cussed out by your mom, being disrespected by your mom, and you watching it, and it's affecting them kids. So, I don't know. All I can say, and I know for sure, is it ain't looking good. And Peach need help. Somebody need to go and get her. Make her go get some help before somebody get really hurt. Like, well, there's no turning back. There's no if I coulda, woulda, shoulda, or I'm sorry. None of that gonna mean nothing. One of them babies get hurt. If she or would get hurt. It ain't worth it. Y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think about it.